So the goal of this time is to aim 2% of our discretionary time or our free time at the relationships that matter to us the most. We want to invest 2%. And the picture is if our whole day we've got 86,400 seconds. We sleep for 8 hours, which is 28,800 seconds, give or take. We work for 8 hours, which is 28,800 seconds, give or take. Then we've still got a third of the day, 28,800 seconds, give or take, to make the biggest impact on our relationships, on the rest of the world, that we're not where we're not sleeping or we're not working. So the goal is, the idea is, the premise behind this time together is to take 2% of our discretionary time, 2% of our free time, 2% of 28,800 seconds, which is 600 seconds. So take 10 minutes and invest it and aim it at the relationships that matter to us the most. Last time we talked about how to do that with God and our walk with God. Today we're talking about family. How do we take 600 seconds and aim it, load it up in the bow and arrow and aim it at the relationships that matter to us the most? So my relationships that matter the most are my family, my wife, and my 3 kids. So I'm quick to think about things that I want to do with them. That's not investing 2% of your time in your relationships by telling them, okay, for 10 minutes, we're going to do this thing that I've been wanting to do all week long. That's not the deal. Unfortunately, that is what I do sometimes. So for my wife, I want to speak her love language. And there's this place that we used to go when we were in college and we were dating, or even when we were in college and we weren't dating. We go to this place called Garden Ridge Pottery. And it was not in Weatherford, where we went to college. It wasn't in that town. It was in Oklahoma City. And so we'd drive east on I-40 for about, 50 miles, 60 miles, however far. And we would go to this place that she loved because it's like, it's in the same group as Hobby Lobby or some place where, for me, I go and I kind of get stressed out, maybe get bored, because I'm stressed out because I don't want to knock stuff over, because then I have to pay for it, and we don't get to use it. Get bored. I don't mean bored. I say to our kids a lot, you're too smart to be bored. But what I mean is, with my talents and skill set, many of the things at Garden Ridge Pottery were wasted on me. But man, my wife loves it. Gina loves walking through that place. I don't think it's there anymore now. That's a different place. But one way that I will, not could, not should, but one way that I will choose to invest time in my relationship with my wife is to go do something I know she really wants to do. So getting out, going to Hobby Lobby, going to a place like that would be a great deal. For my kids, Hobby Lobby may not be the thing. For Rayleigh, for our daughter, anytime she can go get her toes done or something like that, that's a good thing. So maybe we invest time to do that. We've been on some daddy-daughter dates in the past. It's been pretty fantastic. It would be good to go do something like that. Not something that I want her to do with me, but something that I know that she wants to do, and that but the key for that is going to be for me, not to just sit and say, well, okay, let's make the most of this time and make the most of this money, because sometimes I default to that. I'm less concerned with the experience that she's having and more concerned with the dollars sometimes, and that's not the way to invest in that relationship that matters so much to me. With the boys, with their stage in life, they're just turned 9 and 11, and music's a big deal for us. So we go spend 10 minutes playing guitars, man, that's awesome. That's really well spent. Go play basketball, go shoot baskets, go outside and play catch with the football. Um, for one of them, that works really well. For the other one, playing with, for Jacob, our youngest, he likes to play games. Jackson loves to play catch with anything that's got laces. Um, Jacob really likes to play some games, and he got some new games for Christmas that we've only played a little. But that'd be a great way for me to choose to aim, 600 seconds. To aim 600 seconds of that relationship that matters so much to me. It's a trade-off. This is a trade-off. We're quick to say, man, I don't have time. We're busy, busy, busy. People are going and going and going, and I need to decompress when I get home. And okay, there's some truth to probably all of that. But the question is, if I'm going to look at Facebook on my phone, could I wait and do that after they've all gone to bed? After the boys have gone to bed? After Rayleigh's gone to bed? Could I don't mean I want to invest 600 seconds with my wife, and so I'll go and I'll hold hands with one hand and then I'll have my phone in the other hand and I'm investing time. I don't mean that. I'm talking about putting away the distractions and being all in. And that's something that I haven't done a great job protecting that time. So whenever we have this conversation, having it with some friends of mine, wanting to get some feedback. What are some ways that you can choose to invest 10 minutes in your relationship with your family? That's something, maybe you post that on Facebook. Maybe you take a picture of that on Instagram or tweet that. However it is that you communicate social media-wise, instead of just taking in the information, but however you participate in the conversation, that'd be something just to think about. And none of the things are bad that we're talking about. But the issue is just to stop thinking about me for 600 seconds times my wife, all three of my kids. Can I do that? Can I not think about myself and what I would like to see happen for the next 40 minutes? What I would like to see for 10 minutes a day with each of these relationships? All of my people love to read, like to read different things, but man, is that something we could do? Absolutely. Can we walk in the neighborhood? Absolutely. Tell jokes. Probably Jacob would be the joke teller. Whatever it is, though, I think the more we can do that they want to do, that just says, I'm here. I love you more than I love watching the football game. Or more than watching the Thunder. Now, wait a minute. Jesus and the Thunder are the only two things that bring people in Oklahoma together. It's not OU, not OSU. It's not the other stuff. So I think that's important for me, and it's something that I don't do a great job of. And so, in our last chat, it was about, we looked at James 1 in the Bible, where he said, if anyone lacks wisdom, ask God, because he always gives generously. So kind of tying that back in, God, please help me to not be selfish. Help me not be a jerk and only want to do what I want to do. We've got about 60 seconds in our 600 seconds. So here's what I'm going to do, and I would like you to join me in doing. I'm going to block off 600 seconds and just, babe, what do you want to do? And if I'm not going to stop that at 600 seconds. But that's a starting point. Turning off phones, turning off TV, reading a book, whatever, holding hands, going for a walk, all of that stuff. Rayleigh, what do you want to do? 10 minutes, 600 seconds. You got to put your phone away too. Jackson, Jacob, what do you guys want to do? 600 seconds. In your life, how are you going to invest 600 seconds in the relationships that matter the most to you today? Thanks for spending time with me. We'll do it again, and you've got 6 seconds to spare. See you.